I totally am muted. I'm so sorry. No Name, how are you doing today? I said hello and asked how you were doing. I'm doing well. My microphone was turned off. Discord is also muted, so hopefully if Corvus and Druid show up, they will now be heard. Let's make sure that's working now. I hope people can hear me. Test, test, test. My mic was turned off. I was just about to ask if you're muted. Yeah, sorry about that. Hope your week's doing well. How are things going? I'm doing okay. It's a faux rugby. Jude, welcome in. Druid is also muted today. How many suggestions we have? Quite a bit, actually. Let me look. $14, $13. $12. That one was already drawn. Hold on a second. I got a big chunk of the game done yesterday. I'm super excited. Real close to actually getting somewhere. So I might pass some of those around if people want them today. Oh, my nose itches. I want to draw more rugby. But I should probably start. I should probably just start drawing. Take advantage of the sleepy boy time. I hope people can hear me. Okay. Those are pretty good rugbies. I think we're going to start with that. I wonder if some of these people are friends, and they are... Wow, I can't talk today. I wonder if some of the people suggesting these are friends. Because some of them are, like, some of the suggestions are close, but not quite. Like... Lots of Vampire Mafia people coming in. A Kenku Hexblade, Witch Hunter wearing long trench coat, overcoat. Oh, or overcoat, okay. Slash left eye. Alright. Thought about homebrewing a sentient item class, or more like multiple sentient item classes. Yeah, it's really fun. I like it. I like it a lot. You basically just are equating. I don't know if Druid knows they're muted. Maybe they just want to be quiet, warm up. See what happens. We'll see. Yeah, the sentient weapon thing is really fun because like you can basically just give class abilities to a character that can't physically exist. So like someone else has to move them. Someone else has to allow them to do things. You can give them a turn, but their placement is always... Oh, so sorry. Yawning. Their placement is always based off of the person wielding them. And that can be really fun. There's also a sentiment of when someone is wielding an item, like you don't use their saves. At least I would say for the physical, right? Like their agility and their fortitude saves are all based on the person wielding them. So I know I'm muted. Can't do mic today. Okay, no problem. Cool. That's totally fine. I just saw you start drawing and I got confused. Alright, Kenku. Here we go. They want me to show the slashed eye, so I'm going to have to draw it mostly from the side. Birds look real derp when you see both of their faces. I've drawn a finch. That's not a crow, that's a finch. Hexblade Witch Hunter, eh? Trench coat, overcoat. I'm gonna do something like this. Gonna give him a nice big collar. Might do down collar instead of up collar. Down collars are cool. I'm a little stuck because the system is pretty weird, but I started with some plus properties and trying to change systems, kind of like key. At later levels, you should be able to select 2 curses to take over or something. That does sound very complicated. Yeah, you can go real simple with sentient weapons, especially if like they are being wielded by other players. It's like essentially they're never going to take damage, right? So like their hit points don't matter. They're constructs. I mean their hit points do matter, but they're magical weapons, so they probably won't break. Shouldn't really be an issue in most situations, unless you really want to be a dick about it. And then from there, plus properties and trying to change the charge system. Yeah, I mean, like just run it like a magical weapon, right? Like you can cast X amount of spells per day, or if you're running as a character, just give them spell slots. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that. You just need to make sure you're balancing the balance that there's another player in the party. You can make the system based off D&D hardness stats. You can, but you don't need to, is what I'm saying. Like it doesn't make a lot of sense. How often do magical weapons break in your game? If someone's going to play one, they're essentially invincible. Like there's no reason to worry about it. unless you just start wanting to throw things at them that do break magical weapons, which seems a little unnecessary. Coco, welcome in. No name, I'm suggesting that you can simplify your building by just using the base stats that D&D has for magical items, and then not worrying about it as a DM. Being like, okay, they're effectively invincible. But, like, if the whole party dies except for them, they're still stuck there. So, like, that's fine. You know, doesn't really matter. Their hit points don't matter. This guy looks too suave to be a witch hunter. I'm gonna have to do something different. He needs like a hat or something. We'll give him a little feathery head poof here, as I'm wont to do. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty well, Coca. How are you? I want to give them the full player experience because playing something inactive can be really boring. Probably giving something a try. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the thing. If you want them to be sentient, then you're no longer making them sentient weapons. You're just making them autognomes. And they're just autognomes. Autognomes are puppets, right? That are weapons instead of dolls. Which you can totally do. That's fine. But I would argue it's not the same thing, right? The player experience for a sentient weapon is one that can't move. And is mostly invincible. And is reliant on the person wielding them. And this is kind of my argument with like Warforged. Every time they make Warforged less construct and more person, I feel like they lose something. They lose an aspect of the characteristics of them. And so in 3.5, they were really cool because they didn't even have Constitution scores, right? But Elliot, welcome in. Crocodile Dundee hat. You're okay, but it's really hot outside? Yeah. It's getting warm. It's getting warm here. Which, for the Seattle area, is not a good thing. It's still nice. It's nice this morning. But I'm definitely going to put up the blinds and such. This evening. No name. I also don't want to say what you're doing is wrong because I don't actually know what you're doing. But I'll give the same advice I give to a lot of people who are creating their own stuff. You don't always have to reinvent the wheel. There's a lot there from 3.5 and 5th edition that already exists. You know, if you want to give them key points, I mean, make them a monk. Use the monk system. Or if you want to instead give them magical charges, like if they are magical weapons, they should have magical charges, and that makes total sense, right? So, and spell slots and weapon charges are essentially the same, functionally when used. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day what the verbiage is. I've been playing as a character we talked about in one of the last streams. I don't remember which one that is, so you're gonna have to remind me. Gold artificer that makes traps. Nice. That can be really fun. I've had a lot of fun with playing kobolds as a player and as a DM. That are all like trap based. Trap based things are really fun. Dun, 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 dun. I think they might die though. Yeah, I've also had that experience with kobolds. They are very squish. Yeah, I'm guessing this could be a satyr. The horns might be a little small for a satyr. I would guess tiefling or devil. My teammates threw me into a pit with a giant monster, and now I have to fight solo. Ooh, that's funny. Those can be fun though. I like those. Just like little fight moments where you get to duel somebody. There's only one problem. Are you having to fight yourself? Is it dark link time? You using magical spells? Or an abjuration wizard or something? Sounds like your team wants to kill you, so... Time to roll a new character. There is a contingency of like splitting the party that I think a lot of people kind of overlook. When you do have the situation of just like, I'm out of spell slots and I think we're gonna die, so I'm gonna stay here and rest. And the rest of the team's like, we're gonna push forward. It's like, you are choosing to split the party then. Us as a group, we're taking two different paths. So if you choose to keep pushing forward, that's fine, but you're going without me. I think that's a reasonable thing that people would talk about on the road, you know? Like, an adventuring party is not a single thing. It is a group of people making decisions. So I think that is a rational conversation to have. We have to keep pushing forward. It's like, I cannot. I cannot. Sleeves elude me, Druid. It drives me crazy. Like, I know the elbow's right here. I know there's two bones coming up this direction, connecting with the back of the wrist. But like, how do the coat do? Kind of bunches, I guess, and then drapes. Maybe it doesn't drape that much. Maybe it drapes a lot. Thanks. Well, it doesn't sound like they threw you down there then. Which is good. It means they're not trying to kill you. If he's a witch hunter, he needs a little, like, way more spell talismans and things. Don't want to get blasted by a witch. It's never a good day. Yep, no problem, Coca. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you later. Good luck fighting the beast. Okay. I think I'm done with this crow man. Warlock. Six. A gossamer worm. Witch? No, okay. Gotta look that up. Well, I don't know how I'm going to draw this. This might be getting a little weird, as I don't think this is even an... I think this is an invertebrate. That or it is all spine. I'm not sure how you would classify this. But like, we're getting into microbes now. do something like that. Give it little feeties. And then we're going to give it a witch hat. I should have put it in like a fishbowl. I started to wear compression gloves for the hand swelling. Ooh, is that working out? How's that going? Does help. That's good. I muted myself. Sorry about that. There we go. They didn't have to deal with carpal tunnel after spending hours drawing. Ah, yeah. From my understanding, carpal tunnel is more genetic than, I mean, it's caused by mechanical things, but I think there's a genetic component to it that hopefully I'll never have to deal with that, but keep up with good practices as well. Okay, that's all I'm going to do with this, because these things, they don't have a lot of detail on them. They're just little worms. They're just little worms. How are you doing today, Druid, by the way? I assume you have family in town or something. I might just hide this guy up here somewhere. Well, I've been walking pretty much consistently for a month, and I'm now on the low end of high blood pressure. So that's... I need to get it down and elevated. Sorry, I just checked my blood pressure because talking about compression gloves made me think of that. God damn it. I've been waiting for an email from these people telling me that they've shipped the stuff I ordered from them so I can work on my house next week. And I called them and I'm like, hey, so this has been in fulfillment for over a week now and I need this stuff. And instead of calling me back, I just now got an email. It's been shipped. It's like, great. Thanks for updating that. Let's roll some dice. Celestial Patron Warlock, Paladin Multiclass, Damphir Aasimar. Okay, so we got a Holy Vampire, Paladin Warlock. I dig it. I dig it. Might do like a dark purple. Better than having to do with carpal tunnel after spending an hour. Yeah, oh yeah. Sorry, already read that. Yeah, so I didn't get any sleep last night. I stayed up way too late working on the video game again. But it's in a good state. It's in a good state now. I am at a weird junction where I want to make the game way harder. Like, way harder. Because I just keep testing like little clumps of it, and I don't lose. I never lose, and so I'm like, there's something fundamentally wrong if it's not challenging. The character seems neither a Desna-esque, Nithis or Desna-esque. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's definitely a duality, right? Nithis is very much of the duality. So, but considering they're a paladin warlock, probably less Nithis. I could see Desna. A Desna paladin might work that way. What if we just get like a shape? Let's just get a shape drawn in here. It's a holy night. I've forgotten what the prompt was now. Celestial Patron Vampire. Okay. For some reason I was thinking Tiefling. Celestial Patron Vampire. If you're doing vampires, you gotta make them square and you gotta make them tall. So we're gonna... I was gonna say de-beefify this guy, but maybe that's not the right way to look at it. What was it talking about? Oh yeah, the game. So it's supposed to be a tower defense game, and you can, right now, you can basically just beat it with the character, which I think is fine. I think maybe the character I built is just a little too strong, partially. But I'm having a lot of fun playing with that. I think it's time to start adding new characters and new enemies to really like start fine-tuning a fun experience. And I'm open. I'm open to ideas. If people have fun ideas for tower defense games or enemy types, doesn't mean they're going to make it in the game, but feel free to. People have fun ideas for those kind of things, or like, hey, this would be fun. I want to play a game like blank. Feel free. Feel free to throw some ideas out there. You can give them the priest collar or something like Pope Rogues mixed with armor. That's usually what I do, yeah. That's how I generally do my paladins. What I do is clerics usually get like some big neck piece that's supposed to be indicative of a collar, and then paladins usually get something like a raised neck thing that they can hunker behind. So I'll probably do that, and then give them a little bit of a smaller collar. But I really like that kind of the like bomb defusal armor look for plate mail. Just a little too big. Protects you from every direction. In practice would probably break your teeth. Yeah, Elliot, that's just game progression. Like that's how all games work. So what I'm talking about is more like unique mechanics. If people have something they want to see in a video game, I'm open for discussion about that. I kind of like what I just saw there. That was interesting. Can't remember what it's called. The little armor piece that jousting armor has. It goes over the chest. I love that. It just looks cool. Okay, and then Peter. I might have made this guy too tall. He looks a little stretched out. Let's hunker him down a little bit. Got that Final Fantasy neck. Mini bosses. Is that what you're talking about, Elliot? Yeah, that's already in the game. Magic crafts that give debuffs and buffs. Yeah. Yep, already there. Already in there. So I might have to revamp that code now that I think about it. I just built a way for like towers to give people buffs if they're in proximity. So I bet I could apply that same script to the enemies, which would give you like a slow aura, which could be fun. Terrain effects. I don't have terrain effects yet. I've been working on the map very much. I have to draw like a choice of 3 items. Yeah. I wanted to stay away from the what is it? Survived by thing, where like you level up and then you pick something and then you level up and you pick something. But I do have it set right now that at the end of every wave you get to, there's stuff that shows up in the shop that you can buy. And I might switch that over to be something more like Survived By, where it's you just get to pick one for free. But I kind of like the idea that you, like, instead of upgrading the towers directly like you would normally, you upgrade them by buying items and giving them to the towers. We'll see how that goes. It might not be fun. Might just be an extra step that is unnecessary. Yeah, I don't have terrain effects yet. I haven't done a lot with the terrain. Right now the terrain is just a place for enemies to walk. I feel like if you're a vampire, you gotta spend a little bit of time on your hair. Like, you could forget about it for 100 years and just have super long hair, so like you gotta take care of it. Dampiers are not elves. What was the other part of this? Celestial, okay. So maybe we do... We could give him a halo. That could be kind of fun. Oh, I guess it's a Celestial Patron. And no, they're an Aasimar. Okay. It's Blade. It's essentially Blade. We done did bladed him. Star skin? What's the star skin? Oh, like give them stars on their skin. Make them look astral. I guess Desna does have that weird starry skin, doesn't she? Desna's the god of dreams, though. What would her... Like, I like her as a deity, for sure. But, like, I don't think she has a conjoined race that goes along with that. Right, I mean, like, they wouldn't be drow, or they wouldn't be something specific, I don't think. So I don't think there should be a Desna Aasimar, if that makes sense. Aravos? I actually don't know what Aravos is. Yeah, the star skin might be the way to do it. I'm racking my brain trying to think of other ASMR specific things that Desna could be influencing, but maybe that's it. But like, who was their parent? Was their parent Desna? That doesn't really make sense. Because if they're a Dampier, like, what's the other side of it that makes them an ASMR? Because vampires aren't outsiders, right? Vampires. Yeah, no, that's close enough. All gods and patrons have their marks. That's true. But like the ASMR part of it is the part I'm trying to figure out. A Yakwai based on Amungjekt. Character Lady of the North of the Glaive. It will be added. Welcome in, Corvus, by the way.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy. How you doing?
I'm alright. Hello, Dread. Also, I don't know, you could give them butterfly wings or something somewhere.
Well, so okay. Let me restate my quandary. They are a patron of Desna, right?
Or Desna's their patron, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it really just says a celestial patron, warlock, paladin. But then multi-class, Dampier, Aasimar. So if they're a vampire born, but also an Aasimar, like what's their outsider blood component? Which I don't think Desna would be. Does that make sense? So like,
yeah,
sure, they could look like Desna because of their paladin or warlock side. But what's the Aasimar component of this? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
So that probably be an Azada, which are like the chaotic good celestials.
Okay.
They tend to look like fairies and fae.
Okay, we're gonna go black eyes then. We're just gonna go solid black eyes. Cancelshish? I don't know what that means. I'd have to look it up.
She does apparently have like a group of like unique celestials because she's a core deity.
Okay. That's kind of more my question. What do they look like?
Like her.
Oh, really? So that's the skin? The weird...
Yeah, like...
the blue people.
Arians, I think is what they're called. A race of martial divine servitors who are Azada created to complement the gentler... No. Another fairy-looking Azada.
I'm going to try to get better at blocking in my unimportant shadows. I think that will help my art. By both, they look like a bad guardian. Yeah, that actually kind of works. I kind of dig that. I could have made these guys way more spiky. Gone for a Batman vibe. I am the night, but only in your dreams. What?
No vengeance, I am the night.
I am darkness.
I am Batbane.
Are we playing tomorrow? Are we good to play tomorrow?
I believe so.
Okay. I have to probably have to bounce at noon. Have company coming over. They might not show up till 1, but if they show up at noon, I probably need to start getting ready around then, so I have a hard out.
I know I won't be around on the 24th though. So.
I don't think I will eat. Well, actually, I'll be gone in 2 weeks. I need... Next week there will be no Friday live stream, and then I have people in town, and then 2 weeks off, I think. Maybe 1 week off. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I could just put the butterflies on the armor here. That's probably the best one to do. Desmond's cool. This is cool. Cool deity. Desmond is Pathfinder specific, right?
Yeah.
What's the D&D equivalent? Or is there
Probably. Yeah, there's one. I can't think of her name, but for Critical Role, she's called the Moonweaver.
Okay. Oh, is it Saloon?
No, hang on. I'll type because I just had no idea how to say it.
The good Drow Moon Goddess.
Wait, send in the wrong damn chat.
He's got a halo that's made out of butterflies. Damn it, that's a cool idea. I'm gonna do that. Really like Khonshu or Morpheus? Yeah. They're not in D&D, are they? Maybe they are.
Well, I actually don't think those two are. nothing's stopping you from doing it.
It's true. I always want to give my paladins like verticality. I always want to make something on their head go up. I don't know. I'm not a fan of what I did there with the. Maybe it's just smaller. It's too long. I was thinking about this guy being like 1,000 years old and just gave him way too much hair. Okay, I think I'm about done with this guy. I'll throw some little vague details in here to get him another hand. How's the new Pope handling stuff?
I have no idea. I think he gave his first mass today.
You sent me that,
Like
that gif of like
as Pope.
worried about who the new Pope is and I'm not even Catholic.
Yep,
It just made me think.
definitely me.
Thought you'd be following him with more fervor.
I mean, like, after the person I wanted didn't get it, I kind of lost interest. After the initial, like, who is this guy? I don't remember anyone talking about this guy.
I'm surprised you had a favorite. Look, I know nothing. I know nothing. I care not anymore. But
Yes, I know officially they're supposed to like pick God's favorite, but it definitely feels like they have picked someone super middle of the road.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, he's originally from Chicago, but from what I've read, like, he didn't like
Seems like
spend
a
much time as a
Peruvian.
priest in Chicago.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of his time at like a monastery and in Peru.
I'm rolling dice.
And he got his cardinalship, I guess that's the term.
Pretty recently,
like,
right?
Yeah, so he was picked by Francis, so that maybe
That's
been
probably why.
another thing.
A goblin distraught because of 10% moss pickle staff tariff? Oh, I gotcha.
Oh.
You can ignore it if it's a topical joke, no worries. Well, I got goblin and pickle. Like there's no other declaratives in there, so goblin merchant, I guess? Is that what I'm drawing? I'll draw a goblin merchant. A goblin pickle merchant.
Pickle vendor.
Yeah.
Our Goblin Merchant game is growing. We got the Kobold vendor.
Mm-hmm.
We got Rugby. We got Pugby.
Yeah.
Now we got a pickle vendor.
To be fair, Pugby's a pug, not a goblin. But the distinction is
Close enough.
Yeah. It's not unwarranted. I'm out of space already. I'm gonna put this over here. There we go. Okay, we're good. Okay, Goblo. Gobbo.
Did see, like,
Say it again.
someone going back to the Pope talk. Someone brought up like the very few times he's like used like social media has been like was
Yelling at
essentially
J.D.
like
Vance.
to yeah, and to like request people to pray for Pope Francis. Just like, I mean, that's a good sign in my book, anyways. If he is not on social media
Yeah.
constantly, so it's like that.
Like,
I mean,
a lot of the cons I
like his
saw
politics,
about it
but
were like, oh, he's slightly critical of well, I don't want to say slightly. That's downplaying it. He's critical of homosexuality in shoot, where was he from? I lost the word now. Puerto Rico?
Chicago?
Wherever he was around.
Oh, where he was stationed?
Yeah.
Peru?
Peru, yeah. And I'm like, that's part of the course. Like,
Yeah.
so, nothing seems
That was the
outlandish
least
to me.
shocking thing I found out about him.
Yeah, that was just like, not great, but not unexpected.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people were mad that like, oh, we're not gonna let women be deacons. I'm like, okay, like, I would have been fine either way. I'm not a Catholic, so I don't care. Well, I was, but I don't care anymore.
In their minds, you still are.
Yeah. But it's like nothing radical has changed, right? He doesn't have. He's just like, hey, what if the same? And it's like
He is the Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Of the bunch of options that there were, because I mean there was like 133 options of people becoming the next pope. Definitely like,
No,
I don't want to say the least offensive, but definitely like a safe option.
Yeah.
Because there were the other
Boys, wait.
there's
Okay,
the
right.
other
Sorry.
American cardinal who is crazy. I wouldn't want to wish that on anyone, Druid.
I just came back from the other room, and from where my sketch is, the text box popped up on Aggie, which I don't think you guys can see, but it is perfectly censoring Druid's drawings crotch. And I thought Druid was self-censoring, and I thought that was really funny. Boy went to sleep today without screaming at me, which was good. Yeah, and I woke up without screaming at me, so that's also good. We'll see how long it lasts.
Oh, woman, I was a little surprised that they did pick an American though.
Yeah, I think a lot of
Just
people were. Sounds like they did it on purpose, though. So
yeah,
try to sway some of the religious zealotry in the United States.
because I know it's kind of surprising for the U.S., but like the U.S. has a lot of Catholics in it.
Oh yeah. I mean, the Protestants were. Was it Protestants that originally?
Yeah.
They were trying to get away from the Catholic Church, weren't they?
So some of them. So like the people who founded like Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts were all Puritans who were.
Puritans, that's the right word.
They were a subsect of a Protestant movement in England who were like did not like all the gaudiness and the fact that the Anglican Church was like using some Catholic imagery and everything like that. They weren't Protestant enough for them, so they up and left. But like Maryland was just straight up founded as like a Catholic colony for England, like just to get Catholics out.
Gotcha.
The way like Maryland flag is very like medieval like.
Hey. Not cool, kid. Not cool.
It was basically the best way to think of the early colonies in the U.S. were individual nations under
Sure.
English control. They had their own separate rules. They often would fight against each other. Yeah.
I mean, that's why we're the United States, right? The states
Yep.
are supposed to be separate. No. You can play with this cup. You got a cup? Where'd all your toys go? You going down? I'll go get a stick. Okay. What is this? What is this about? Hmm?
Why you fussing, baby?
I don't know how to give goblins hair. Which I think is why the Pathfinder goblins are all mostly bald.
Yep.
Okay, pickle vendor, pickle vendor, pickle vendor. He's got a barrel on his back.
He lugs around the giant pickle crock.
Mm-hmm. Giving goblins human eyes is really creepy. Hey, you want some pickles? Drawing a JoJo face on a football.
Almost kind of halfling or gnome-like.
Yeah. His ears aren't big enough.
And doesn't have a mouth of razor blades.
Yeah. I want to draw goblins with beards, but it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work that way. You gotta calm down, kid. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, the only, like, goblins I've seen in Pathfinder that have hair are the monkey goblins and the frost goblins.
Hit me.
But they're just, like, covered in hair.
Oh, okay.
They're furry. They're furry goblins.
Gotcha. I'm not great at drawing hair, period. Like, that's kind of a downside that I need to practice more.
Yes. But I refuse to accept bugbears are actually related to goblins.
Yeah, bugbears are pretty close to having, the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, a beard on a goblin might be a good thing for a pickle vendor. I feel like you can trust somebody to make good pickles if they have a beard. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm just really curious about that rationale, but
It's like woodworking, you know. If they've got a big beard, they're probably better at woodworking. Like, you just trust them implicitly. Like, yeah, they know what they're talking about. Beards hold crafting information.
oh, yeah, I've seen those goblins before. Those are from Magic the Gathering. I don't remember which thing they're from.
You gotta calm down, kid. You are not allowed to stand on the desk.
That one's kind of just a little bit adorable in a weird way.
He went from being super creepy to, buy my pickles? Maybe? Gotta give him lederhosen.
Is he still like German hot mustard on the side?
No. Kid. I understand that your little kid brain can't tell the difference between which pen I'm holding and which pen you usually get to play with, but they are not the same. Oh, I got moved into general chat. Son of a bitch. When did that happen? If Druid has been talking in live stream chat for a while, I am so sorry. I've been in the wrong chat this whole time. You better just be. Well, that's why I didn't see you talking. I was very confused. I was in the wrong chat.
So rude.
Behold the pickle man. Kid. Okay. what I'm doing anymore. I've made like Grandpa Hillbilly Goblin. Moonshine and pickles. That's what we sell here. Moonshine and pickles.
Oh God.
If it comes in a jug, you can get it here.
There was a company who was selling moonshine pickles.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me.
I hope this trend has died down a bit, but for a little while, for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, there was like pickle everything, like pickle cocktails and just dumb bullshit.
It's because everybody got into making sourdough and
When COVID hit and no one could go out.
no one could leave the house, so everybody got addicted to pickles, just like I did.
Oh no, this was like before COVID. It was probably about, I don't know, 2 years before COVID. I just noticed that like there's this weird uptick of just like pickle themed stuff.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of like pickle cotton candy and pickle flavored soda and stuff. I know what you're talking about.
Like, no, thank you.
Vinegar's good. Dill's good.
Have you ever heard of too much of a good thing?
I mean, I think sweet pickles are disgusting, but hey, knock it off. We don't do that. No, you can't climb up here either. Those are the rules, kid. What can I give you to make you stop being annoying? Elephant?
The world.
Little Blazer fire truck. Bum, bum, bum. I want to start over.
Oh my God.
We're gonna kick it down. We're gonna kick it down. We're gonna flip it. We're gonna try again. Oh, kid, you're driving me crazy. No, you cannot climb up on the desk. No, no. I've accidentally created Yoda. You're gonna buy my pickles now, you hear? You buy them. You done my gun pod yet? Nope, not yet. So if we had, it would be on the page. Yoda is just a space goblin? Yeah.
He's a druid. Get with the program.
Not contributing to the... I mean, you can do whatever you want, Drew. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Some spendies here. Spanders? I'm converting a mask into a two-part pairs of a half face mask. Nice, like a... what's it called? Tragedy mask? Is that what you're talking about? I need to rip my mold apart. Build a new mask. Yeah, sorry, I'm not contributing. Yeah, that's fine, Drew. Doesn't matter. How many pickles you buying? None. That's not what I asked you. How many you want? Just really aggressive old pickle vendor. Christopher, welcome in. Yeah, you got a cable? Kid, you wrapped yourself pretty good with that. Maybe he needs a little hat. There we go. Sleepy? Me or the
Every
goblin?
cowboy needs a hat. Needs a hat.
Maybe that's what we need. Instead of hair, goblins just need hats. You are not allowed up here. If you come up here, I'm going to put you on the floor. You're allowed to sit in the chair there. What do you think? No, you need to break the rules. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, you're going on the floor, kid.
Yep.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Alright.
I think I'm losing it. I'm gonna move on from the pickle goblin. I'll think about it another time. Too many. Too many. I already rolled that one. I need a smaller die. Poodle Moth Thrycreen. Light cleric, usually holding torches. The hell's a poodle moth?
It's the white fuzzy moths.
Oh. Freaking AI. It's got an AI generated response trying to tell me, like, here's what it is. It's like, you just send me to Wikipedia. Like, what you did was just put me one more click away from Wikipedia.
Good shared some references for you.
Kid. No. Okay. Sorry. Moth. Here we go. They said hermit moth thrycreen, or whatever it is, poodle moth. But then they didn't want armor because the chitin was too tough. But like, do they have chitin or are they just fuzzy? Is it hair? They must have chitin underneath all the fuzz. All bugs have chitin? Okay.
I also think Thrycreens start with like chitin armor, so that may be part of that as well.
Yeah.
So
mechanically, they have tough skin, right? Or do you think they have like equipable chitin armor?
I'm referring to like natural armor.
Natural armor. Okay, good. So it may just be that, like, my question, I guess, was, do they want them to be more armored, or are they just stipulating that their poof is tough enough? Bub dub 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 dub. Oh, poof makes it hard to hit, yeah.
I feel like the biggest takeaway is they're a cleric who doesn't wear armor.
Yeah. Order of the Holy Lamp. Kingpin's a pretty bulky dude. What's going on, kid? What's up? You got water? You want it? You want me to have it? What's wrong with it? Or do you want up? You want up and you want water. Okay. Here you go.
He wants uppies.
Considering it's the only thing he wants in life is to be picked up, he still has not figured out like a word or gesture for up. He just screams at me. That seems to work.
Like close enough for government work.
Yep. No. You cannot play with the keyboard and the water bottle. Okay. I think we might have to call it here. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not playing that game, kid. Unfortunately, yeah, no, you can have it. You just can't. No, you don't want it. Cool. We're gonna call it. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. Thanks for giving me some cool suggestions. Druid, thanks for drawing with us. Corvus, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'm working on the game pretty much most of this weekend. I'm going to dedicate to the game. So, if people would like to have a copy of the play files, let me know. Message me in Discord. I'll send you a copy of that. I don't know what else is going on. I think that's it. Next week we'll be back. There will not be a Friday stream next week, so I'll hopefully try to do like a maybe Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe we'll try Wednesday, Thursday. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I want to finish this moth, kid. Can I finish this moth? No. Nope, I cannot. Okay. I'm gonna go hang out with the kid. Thanks for hanging out today. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your eyes on the table. We'll catch everybody next week. And yeah. We'll catch her on Discord. See what's going on. I'll probably start posting some thumbnails and stuff. I'll post excuse me. I'll post all this in the Discord as well. A little bit later. And otherwise, we'll see everybody next time. Bye everybody.
See ya.